And how you guys doing? Welcome to episode 436, baby. Woohoo! Do I got some thoughts to share with you today? Pagans Motorcycle Club and their members are nothing but criminals. This according to a very, very nasty email. Didn't I tell you guys that I would get these after I did that broadcast about the 30 being taken down? Well, like I said in that episode, it was only a few that were taken down. The rest were associates and stuff. But I guess the truth does not matter to a lot of people that are haters. Man, am I full of trolls, and I guess I'm doing it right when I piss on people's Wheaties, baby. How did you guys like that episode about the Proud Boys and Antifa and all that kind of stuff going on in Washington yesterday? Man, oh man, don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. More importantly, go visit us on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, and all that good stuff. Take us to work with you. Take us to work. And how about China now, baby? Man, she threw Hollywood under the bus on her last video over there. Her channel is I'm Married to a Biker. That's also where you get the Hollywood and China now show as well, but boy did she throw me under the bus. She like, let's just throw them, baby, let's get them out there. You know, she's talking about the lifestyle according to a woman's point of view, which, hey, you got to get both points of view out there, I admit, but I never thought she would throw me under the damn bus. Never. But hey, it happens. Still love her. It is what it is. And thanks for everybody that supports that over there. Again, you can hear the Hollywood and China Doll show over on iTunes and all that as well. So let's get to the main event. I should have got a ding-ding bell for a boxing ring, man. My God, this one is going to be like, hopefully it burns your ass like it did me. I usually don't get upset with emails because I got that strong, thick, leathery skin where it don't really matter to me. But this one I think hits below the belt. So, you know, I got to bring a jackhammer to this one. Man, what a dick. Anyway, this is from Dave, Pennsylvania. You know, what the hell is wrong with people in Pennsylvania, man? Maybe I'm on a different planet or something. You guys are just weird out there sometimes, man. Not all of you, but damn, do you raise some gumps out there. Hollywood! This will be the last time I watch your podcast and last time I will ever email you. Do not email me back. Well, I guess he don't want to hear my response, so, bring it on the show so everybody can hear it. Don't email me back because I want nothing to do with you and your fake news analysis. Ooh, did I? I pissed on this boy's Wheaties. My fault, man, because now I'm getting aggravated. As far as fake news analysis, well, basically what I'm doing is giving my opinion on what is happening in the mainstream press as it goes to bikers, club members, bikers' rights, all that type of stuff. So how can you call my opinions fake news? I'm not giving news, dummy. What a dork. Anyway, I watched your video on YouTube about the Pagans Motorcycle Club. Ooh. So did everybody else. Well, until, you know, YouTube and all that don't, let it go out there. It's called shadow banning. Yeah, they got me doing that. So the best way to help get the word out is to go ahead and share us on your Facebook, Twitter, whatever you guys got. Help share the show. All you have to do is hit share. Link pops up. You to put it over there because you got to help get the word out, because my channel as well as others are now being shadow banned. You have to hit that notification bell, and even then sometimes you will not get the word. Sad state of affairs. Anyway, where they got busted for guns and dope. You know what? I'm going to take this point by point. I'll go through it again. I cannot believe you sat there and tried to make excuses for them. I live in Pennsylvania, and they are nothing but drug-dealing criminals. I'm an independent writer who's seen firsthand how these people act towards other bikers. They have no respect for other bikers and no respect for the motorcycling community. This club, regardless of what you try to push, have been involved in murders, drug dealings, and weapons dealing. This is not the image bikers should want. You and those like you are a thing of a past. What is it with these people calling me a dinosaur? We don't want people like you and these clubs making us look bad any longer. No, I'm not a cop, because that will be the first thing you would say in regards to this email. I've been writing since 1978 and have seen how these motorcycle clubs tear the biker community apart. Now, we have people like you helping them and trying to brainwash everyone into believing these are good people. Go F yourself. I can't really, get all stupid. And anyone who watches you. Dave from Pennsylvania. Okay, Dave, here we go. You're such a schluck. Let's see here. I watched your video on YouTube about the Pagans where they got busted. And again, if you go to that video, I even got the charges that were filed with the clerk up on there. I let both sides of the story come out. I let the DA talk his BS and all that type of stuff. And nowhere in those charges, nowhere was the Pagans Motorcycle Club indicted in these charges. It was members, but nowhere in there did it say the Pagans Motorcycle Club did this and they did that. Nowhere in there. I suggest you go back after running your stupid mouth and read the documents. That's the problem with most people. They do not know how to read. They have their biases. And next thing you know, nothing you show them can prove otherwise that they are wrong. Well, I point to those documents. It was the DA in his stupid remarks that said the Pagans Motorcycle Club was dangerous. They did this and they did that. But they did not put that in the charging documents. And let's be frank here. Pennsylvania has had a hard-on for the Pagans ever since Kopi's Bar. When their officers were the ones who were off-duty, drunk, and started going after the Pagans. And I guess they didn't like the outcome with all the public attention, the Pagans suing, charges being dropped, so they've had a hard-on against them. What do you call that? Do you believe in civil liberties? Do you believe in the Constitution of the United States? What do you believe in is what I'm asking this dude. Because if you're all right with cops beating on people, then hopefully you get yours. Hopefully you get yours. And don't sit here and blame club members for your bias. They are actually the ones that fought for most of your rights you enjoy today. Now, by your email response, it seems like you have to come from the rub point of view. You're one of those that rode a Honda in the 1970s, and I'm not talking about the cool frickin' 750 choppers. I bet you rode a Goldwing or a little moped, didn't you? Because the way you're talking is something I wouldn't recognize from that time period, or even thought like that in that time period, unless you rode a Honda and you fit that commercial. Only nice people ride Hondas. I bet that was you, wasn't it? It was you. I can tell. I'm an independent writer who's seen firsthand how these people act towards other bikers. They have no respect for other bikers and no respect for the motorcycle community. Okay. You said you've seen firsthand. Well, where's your examples in this email? Please do, provide some supporting documentation or examples of how you've seen firsthand these people act towards other bikers. Now, I'm assuming that you're throwing all MCs under the table. But it's funny. Myself and others like me would rather go to a 1% party than any other party because it's fun. And you know where you're at. You know you're among your own people. I, unlike you, probably you, don't go to Leo parties. Now, yes, I bang on Leo a lot, but I have very good reasons, and I've went over those reasons in past episodes. Not to mention, look at our Wall of Shame. And by the way, you look at Choreograph's Wall of Shame and you see what kind of people they are, what they're doing, but you have the nerve to say all members of the Pagans are criminals. Now, does Pagans and other MCs do stupid stuff? Yes, they do stupid stuff. That's what puts them in the news, and that's what puts them, on the show. We cover it from both sides, like I've always said. Maybe you're not used to somebody giving both sides of the story. You're probably one of them CNN or MSNBC people, aren't you? Where that's the only channel you're going to watch and that's the only opinion or side you're going to take. You are a sheeple, sir. I can already tell. Just by some of your email. This club, regardless of what you push, have been involved in murders, drug dealing, and weapons dealing. Regardless of what I try to push. So you're saying that the Pagans are all involved in murders. Every single one of them are drug dealing and weapons. That is what you're trying to say. Where's your evidence of this? You nowhere in there have you put aside your bias against clubs and preach a fact. Not everybody in these clubs get caught up in this kind of stuff. If that was the case, there'd be no motorcycle clubs. What are you? Are you watching too much TV? That's what I think you're doing. You're watching too much TV, and that is naughty to try to bring TV into the real world. I bet these guys work harder than you do. Because it seems like while you're writing this, you're probably off in some corner pulling on your pecker, saying, oh, you know what, trying to get yourself off. Oh, I'm going to say this. And yeah, to try to get yourself off to make yourself feel better. That's what it sounds like. This is not the image bikers should want. Funny. Funny. If that was the case, you wouldn't have these idiots going to spend $60,000, $70,000 on a bike, making them look like the old school choppers, or uglier. Nobody can ever, duplicate them choppers of the 70s. But they go out, they go to their local Harley dealer, and next thing you know, they're all leathered up. They got the bad to the bone freaking, bandanas and, they want to ride, act tough. So what are you talking about? Bikers don't want that image. I would argue differently, that they do want that image. Because that image makes you feel good about yourself now, doesn't it? It makes you feel like you're you're unstoppable in front of citizens. Oh, wait until it affects you then, huh? That's where this is coming from, jerky. You and those like you are a thing of the past. You know what? I ain't a dinosaur, man. Yeah, I went through I've been around since the 90s and stuff, but there's people a lot older than me. So why, what? You don't like my way of thinking? Well, that's the way to thinking it used to be. I'm not one of these modern new age bikers. Sorry. Not happening. Not me. I ain't politically correct, never will be politically correct. I ain't gonna sit there and frickin' shine your peckers and to make you feel good. None of that stuff. I'm just not there for that. I'm not there for your amusement, as Joe Pesci would say. We don't want people like you and these clubs making us look bad any longer. You know what? You do sound like a little whiny biatch. That's what you sound like. Are you one of those that go to one of the coffee houses and these Harley Davidson dealers and get your pride because you just spent $70,000 or whatever the hell it is on a CVO, and you got these salesmen stroking your ego or something? Is that where you're coming from, really? You don't want, but hey, when we do make you look good, and I'm not just talking about myself, but at clubs as well, when you do look good, boy, are you on that bandwagon, though, aren't you? No, I'm not a cop, because that would be the first thing I would say in this email. No, what I guess I would say is, you know what, get off their pecker. You know what, you got a lot of liquid around your mouth, and they're taking turns on you. And that's what I would say to you. Get off your knees, be a man, and get out there and ride a bike, okay? And stop. You probably don't even ride a bike, okay? Because again, you said you've been riding since 78. I call BS, because you wouldn't have this kind of thoughts. Unless you were one of them nice people that rode Hondas back then. I've been riding since 78 and seen how these motorcycle clubs tear the biker. How do they tear them up? It's funny. You got people that as soon as they get a bike, they want to wear a patch. They want to live that image. They want to live that lifestyle, baby. So how's that tearing everything up? I would say that people actually look up to them. Just my thoughts. And brainwashing everyone into believing these are good people. Not once did I say those that are found guilty, because unlike you, I believe innocent until proven guilty. I don't like the optics sometimes, yes. But how do you know they're not good people? There's a lot of good people right now that are going around robbing and stealing because the government's taking away their businesses, their rights, and I support that 100%. Go get what you need. But they're just like these people trying to make a living. Maybe that's the street talking in me. But you wouldn't know anything about that, would you? Go F yourself and anyone who watches you, Dave of Pennsylvania. Why you have to be so damn nasty and mean, man? Go F myself? That ain't cool, man. What kind of argument are you even putting up? I wonder. I really do wonder. That ain't an argument of what you put forward. You did not put any facts into that argument. All you did, again, was go in the corner, pull on your pecker, and make yourself feel good because you thought you were venting. And that you would... That's what you were looking for, was attention. Now you got attention. I gave it to you. You know, the problem is that people like you, they want to talk, but they don't want to show no action. You're going to be one of them guys when you get profiled That crying, whining, so, well, maybe Hollywood was right. Maybe, the cops are bad. Maybe not everybody's, gonna, make us look bad. Now I see. My eyes are open. I've seen the light. That's gonna be you, ain't it? I guarantee it, because it always happens with people like you. Always. So, what do you guys think of this, schluck here, man? Because I'm telling you, that's one guy who just paid me to square off, man. And like I say, I usually have very, very thick skin. But I don't have thick skin when it comes to people that are morons. And they never put their point out there. They always want to act like morons and never back themselves up. So, right now, we're going to go to something fun. And then we're going to get into the biker news. We're going to, hear from China Doll.
This is the longest motherfucking game of cooties I have played in my entire life. Where's home base at? I quit, bitches.
Did you make a wish?
Yeah.
What'd you wish for?
I wished for big boobies.
Oh my God!
Happy juice?
Happy juice.
Say it louder.
Happy juice.
So happy juice!
Happy juice.
Is this Mama's happy juice?
Happy juice.
Over to ProudHooligan.com for all your Insane Throttle official merchandise, including our new Proud Hooligan line. ProudHooligan.com has a wide assortment of gear to make you look good on your next ride. ProudHooligan.com is the go-to for every biker when they want to look good as well as to help the show out while doing it. Visit ProudHooligan.com now. Rock on. Hi, I'm James Hollywood Machikari. Join me Monday through Friday for Motorcycle Mayhem Morning Show on YouTube Live, Facebook, and all major podcasting platforms where we talk about all the major biker news going on in the scene. Rock on! Get your most unbiased and trusted biker news now at HarleyLiberty.com. Founded in 2012, Insane Throttle Biker News has been the place that all bikers come for what's happening in the scene. Go over now and bookmark HarleyLiberty.com. Rock on! Hi, I'm Hollywood.
And I'm China Doll. Listen to the Hollywood and China Doll Evening Show, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and all major podcasting platforms. And don't forget to subscribe to our brand new YouTube channel.
Rock on! Welcome back to the show. Hey, if you don't got your hooligan merchandise, what's wrong with you? Go over there and get your merchandise, baby. Get it. And go visit my personal website, ProudHooligan.com. We're going to have stickers coming soon. And don't forget to go watch us over at Hollywood and China Doll Monday through Friday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Let's go to the news over to Australia. We're starting off at 7news.com.au, or what is that, AU. From the digital staff, Rebels bikie boss shot dead at Perth Motorplex event. Senior Rebels bikie Nick Martin has been shot dead in front of bystanders at Perth Motorplex. The 50-year-old was reportedly gunned down in front of crowds, including families and children. That isn't gonna go good over there. You guys already have a damn problem with the bikie laws, don't you? Now acting a fool, man. Have to do it in public. At the Quinawana Beach Drag Racing venue about 8:30 p.m. Martin and another person were treated by paramedics at the scene, but he could not be revived. The other victim was transported to hospital. Sad stuff there, man. Again, you guys do it in private, man. Don't you got enough damn laws over there? I guess you never learn. One spectator told the Sunday Times the shooting had occurred just meters from the track, while another woman said her children had been forced to witness the aftermath as police would not let anyone leave. Quote, while we were waiting to leave, we could see an ambulance officer doing CPR on a body laying on the ground. My kids could see everything, and they are still very shaken about this. See, that's why you don't do this shit in public. It's just going to put everybody against you. The death comes just weeks after Martin was assaulted at a Scarborough, or Scarborough bar by a Hells Angels enforcer. Anyone with information, and then it goes on right there. Case simple, why you don't do that kind of stuff. Now, we're going to go a little bit over to Pittsburgh stuff and how the MSM is covering this right now. That way you get a better idea.
And Ohio said to be members or associates of the Pagans Motorcycle Club are facing federal drug and gun charges. They're accused of trafficking guns, as well as meth, cocaine, and heroin. Investigators raided what they say was the clubhouse of key Pagans members in McKees Rocks yesterday.
Okay, that's kind of how they're covering it over there. They're talking about FBI Pittsburgh two people in custody in connection with an investigation into the Pagans Motorcycle Club. They are asking for help, looking for Dominique Corder and Richard Lee White. There's the picture of them. It comes after a dozen Pagans Motorcycle Club members and associates were charged with trafficking drugs throughout Pennsylvania. U.S. Attorney Scott Brady says the Pagans have used violence to control cocaine, heroin, and meth in Allegheny. You guys are freaking dirty as it is, man. You guys have nothing to talk about. Then it goes over to charges, but that's kind of how the media's handling it, and that was KDKA Pittsburgh. Now, Al Potter murder conviction appeal heard in St. John's, and we've covered this case before. It was a complex murder case before the court involving a police investigation that included 500 officers, members of a biker gang wearing hidden recording devices and serving as informants. Oh, great. Does that you know what? I actually did an article about this over on HarleyLiberty.com this morning. Go over there and take a look at it. Informants. In a dead pig in a hockey bag made to look like a human body. In the end, Alan Potter was convicted and sentenced to life in prison with no chance of parole for 25 years. On Thursday, his lawyers appealed that conviction, arguing it's unreasonable and not supported by evidence. Potter, who is serving his sentence in a federal prison and did not personally attend his appeal hearing in St. John's, filed the appeals days after he was convicted by a jury in 2019 of first-degree murder in the death of Dale Porter. Porter, not 39, a fisherman, trucker, and father of two, was found stabbed almost 20 times in his North River Conception Bay North driveway. Another man with Potter, Daniel Leonard, were socializing with Potter and a woman in a nearby bar that night. According to prosecutors, Porter had been disrespectful to the Vikings Motorcycle Club, of which Porter and Leonard were members, and had made an independent or an indecent proposal to the girlfriend. Yeah, women always get people in trouble. I'm telling you. Anyway, it was the help of members of the Vikings. An RCP officer posed as an operator of a death collection service. So there was undercover cops in there. The Vikings had friggin' undercover friggin' informants. Didn't go good. Now, back to the Pagans thing. I guess they found somebody, so let's hear it out. Okay, any day now there, boy.
Decades.
There we go.
30 members and associates of the notorious
This is how they're framing
Pagans Motorcycle Club are charged with trafficking drugs into our communities. And new tonight at 6, Channel 11's Rick Earl shows us how this years-long investigation came to an end.
A 2-year undercover federal investigation culminated with the arrest of 30 members and associates of the Pittsburgh
There was not
Pagans
30
Motorcycle
members
Club
arrested.
on firearms and drug charges. 300 federal agents executed more than a dozen search warrants, including this one in McKees Rocks Tuesday night. In all, they found 12 guns, including an Uzi, cocaine, heroin, meth, fentanyl, $28,000 in cash, and 10 Rolex watches. Today, the U.S. Attorney in Pittsburgh called it the most significant motorcycle gang prosecution since the mid-1980s.
The Pagans have used violence to control cocaine, heroin, and meth trafficking in Allegheny, Westmoreland, Erie, Fayette, and Washington counties.
Now, I gotta stop you there. I gotta stop. It was not 30 freaking Pagans. And again, even though they're using Pagans in their wording because these guys were members, it is not the most significant deal. There's no big RICO case here where members all across the country were taken down. No, it was specifically a couple people. Okay, start telling the truth, man.
For decades, they avoided prosecution until today.
The feds say the defendants conspired to distribute controlled substances, including cocaine, meth, and heroin. According to court documents, the investigation began in August of 2018, and the feds say between August and November of this year, they intercepted communications over several telephones, and that led to the indictments announced today.
These types of outlaw motorcycle gangs are typically highly structured criminal organizations. They are violent, and they don't care what kind of...
Highly, you know what? Most members have a hard time paying dues, okay? Highly structured gang.
...of damage or pain they inflict on the community.
Today's takedown is the most recent victory in our fight to disrupt and dismantle violent drug gangs that operate in Western Pennsylvania. Thanks to the tireless efforts of law enforcement, you and your loved ones are safer today than you were yesterday.
All 30 defendants were taken into federal custody. Now, I reached out to an attorney who has represented members of the Pagans Motorcycle Club in the past, but she declined to comment.
That's because she's a smart lawyer, man. She has freaking loyalty to her clients. Ugh. Anyway, let's go here to the Mercury News. Hell's Angel member capped off hours-long beating by forcibly tattooing victim's face. A judge to rule on the motion next week. Nate Gartrell, in a bid to keep a former Hell's Angel chapter president incarcerated while he awaits trial in a racketeering case. Federal prosecutors have revealed new allegations about the November 2016 beating. He's charged with committing, alleging that the victim was assaulted for hours, pistol-whipped, forcibly tattooed, and nearly murdered. Raymond Ray Folks, a prominent Hells Angel member and one-time Sonoma chapter president known for setting off the infamous River Run riot, has made a new bid for freedom, arguing through his attorneys that he's willing to be placed on house arrest in Oakley in lieu of imprisonment at the Santa Rita jail. His attorneys have also argued it's unfair to keep folks locked up while he's not scheduled to go to trial for at least a year. In sum, there has been little or no progress made in getting Folks' case to trial, and earliest feasible trial date for him will be sometime in 2022. His attorney wrote in December, court filing, by that time, Folks will have been detained for almost 60 months. In their response, federal prosecutors argue Folks poses both a flight risk and a danger to the community, and that his motion is essentially a rehashing of prior failed attempts to get out of jail. They also detailed the main crimes Folks is accused of committing: the 2016 beating and sexual assault of a woman connected to the beating victim. In court records, both alleged victims are referred to by pseudonyms to protect their identities. The alleged victim of the beating is referred to as Victim 5. During that assault, another Hells Angel pistol whipped Victim 5. He was beaten with a baseball bat, and he was repeatedly punched and kicked. Victim 5's tattoos were forcibly covered over with the tattoo gun, and Folks took that tattoo gun and crudely etched lines in Victim 5's face. During the beating, indicated that he was going to take a firearm that was used to pistol whip Victim 5 and was going to shoot that victim with it. Other Hells Angels stopped him from doing so, however. During the beating, he allegedly called the woman referred in court records as Victim 6 and said that he needed to explain to her what was happening to Victim 5. Victim 6 drove to meet him, and when she picked him up, defendant took her to a secluded location and sexually assaulted her. A federal judge is to rule it on next week. If this is true, they're pieces of shit. But innocent until proven guilty. Now, good news, good news, good news. Bikers are making Christmas brighter for a family of a 2-year-old born with a rare connection. Let's go.
Presents for a 2-year-old Mobile boy born with a rare medical condition.
WKRG.com mobile journalist Blake Brown introduces us to baby Asher.
Awesome stuff.
It's a refreshing sound for Kara Rain and her son Asher after a year full of hospital visits.
It's hard to take in somebody helping us because we're so used to helping other people.
These bikers making it their mission to give back this holiday season. Asher's dad, Jarvis, is a firefighter working 2 jobs to care for his son, the 2-year-old born with a rare genetic syndrome called ATRX.
He is intellectually delayed, developmentally delayed, comes with GI issues, seizures, he's got a feeding tube, fought through a lot.
Not only has it been hard financially for the family, it's been a frightening few months.
We had some complications back in September that led to a overlong 3-month stay in the hospital. He was in the ICU for a month and he almost lost his life.
Asher's smiling and doing much better now, but he may never walk or talk. He continues physical and occupational therapy.
Our family just needs a break. We're tired.
Now these independent brothers asking the community to help them raise money, collect gifts, and even provide a Christmas dinner for the family.
It's great to have people that will put themselves to the side to help other families in need.
Perfect strangers making the season a little brighter this year. In Mobile, I'm Blake Brown.
That is awesome, man. That's a cute little kid. It's hard on special needs kids, but that's by Blake Brown. WKRG. That's where we get a lot of our stuff, especially with Biker Dad. He covers a ton of stuff that is good for the biker community. Ton. Anyway, Corey Grass, Wall of Shame. Former Louisiana police officer among those arrested in investigation into sex crimes. Here we go. Where are you going here?
For internet crimes. Now, former officer from the Port Fourchon Harbor Police Department and registered sex offender for internet crimes against children has been arrested. Attorney General Jeff Landry's office says 47-year-old Jason Plaisance faces 2 counts of possession of pornography involving a juvenile under the age of 13.
Election. Unfrickin' real. Yeah, those are the ones that dude supports, I bet you, right? Oh my God. Attorney Jeff Landry's office announced that the agency's cybercrime unit has arrested and now terminated officer from Port fucking, that's what I'd call it, Harbor Police. There was what here? Him, then another guy arrested and charged with 120 counts of pornography. You know what, you sick frickin', sick frickin', final thoughts. Go over to ProudHooligan.com for all your Insane Throttle official merchandise, including our new Proud Hooligan line. ProudHooligan.com has a wide assortment of gear to make you look good on your next ride. ProudHooligan.com is the go-to for every biker when they want to look good as well as to help the show out while doing it. Visit ProudHooligan.com now. Rock on. Rock on. Don't forget to go over there and get your merchandise, baby. It's some good looking stuff, man. And now we got that Proud Hooligan. Also, don't forget to join the Throttle Club over on YouTube, man. We're having some good weekly Zoom calls with the members. It's fun. Just sitting back, chilling, having fun. You know, nothing in particular. Just getting to know everybody. We have that members only run coming up in July. The Rumbles in the Woods, man. Not only are we going to be camping, partying out, but we're going to be taking some nice-ass freaking rides, man. Nice-ass rides along the Mississippi, Galena, the whole 9 yards. So you have to be a member of the Throttle Club to attend that one. Now, as far as my final thoughts, You know what, Schluck? You need to go to, like, one of the cop channels, and I'm glad you leave. Fake news, my ass, man. One thing, and again, I say this all the time, I pride myself on trying to get both angles of the deal. Yeah, I piss off a lot of people in the process, but it makes them go do their own research about what is happening. Stay attuned. That's what you're supposed to do. Now, I know a lot of sheeple that just want to go watch their favorite news channel instead of watching other ones to see what's going on. Yeah, there's a lot of them people out there, and unfortunately, that's a lot of the people in this scene now. I guess guys that think like me or the older guys are dinosaurs now. Everybody needs to get along, kumbaya crap, and a lot of people buy into that shit. Well, that's just not logical. That's not the way it is. I don't care how much you want it to be that way. It just ain't going that route. As far as, clubs make bikers look bad, where the hell are you getting off on that, man? I just showed the story of a club trying to help a baby out, man. You know, bikers do a lot of good stuff. And I try to cover one or two of the stories, and there's a lot of other bad stuff that go on, but everything has to go in the mix, and people can decide for themselves. But you're a schluck. As far as that thing out in Australia, man, just like I said, if you're going to do some business, man, do that stuff in private, because now you're just going to light it up with more damn laws over there. Sometimes bikers can be a little stupid, I admit that. But that's just going to cause more freaking issues for you over there, and you already got enough of them. You know, why do you want some damn more with the cops trailing your ass all the freaking time? You got every damn task force known to man out there. You got you got Echo Tex, they got everything out there, man. They think they're like in Mad Max or something. So that's just my thoughts on that. But don't forget to listen to Hollywood and China now. Go check out my new article over on HarleyLiberty.com. Let me know you guys' thought and all that good stuff. I appreciate you helping out. Again, you want to help the show, you can donate to PayPal, Cash App, $ Motorcycle Madhouse, or pass us around like a hooker, baby. Get us out there on the social media, because we are now freaking shadow banned, man. Talk to you guys later. Hope you have a good one, man. Hi, I'm James Hollywood Machikari. Join me Monday through Friday for Motorcycle Mayhem Morning Show on YouTube Live, Facebook, and all major podcasting platforms where we talk about all the major biker news going on in the scene. Rock on! Get your most unbiased and trusted biker news now at HarleyLiberty.com. Founded in 2012, Insane Throttle Biker News has been the place that all bikers come for what's happening in the scene. Go over now and bookmark HarleyLiberty.com. Rock on!
Hi, I'm Hollywood. And I'm China Doll. Listen to the Hollywood and China Doll Evening Show, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time on Spotify, Apple